I received Crimson Desert as a present for my birthday on the 26th of April, and I genuinely haven't been able to put it down since. In fact, I haven't touched any other game since then. Sorry, Planet Zoo fans. Now, I'm usually not the type of gamer who says games have ruined other games for them. But I will say this, Crimson Desert has me hooked like very few other games have in my lifetime. I am, and always have been, a huge fan of fantasy RPGs first and foremost, with action RPGs also ranking among some of my favorite games ever made. Games like The Witcher 3, Baldur's Gate 3, Skyrim, Breath of the Wild, Divinity Original Sin 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Assassin's Creed Origins. Those games. Well, Crimson Desert makes me feel like I'm playing those games again for the first time. Pure wonder, intoxication, sheer amazement and joy. And I'm only 20 hours in. I've barely scratched the surface. I've barely even explored the starting area of the game. So what makes this game special? What makes me already mention it in the same breath as some of those titles I just brought up? What makes so many other people make videos like this to preach to their viewers about this extraordinary game? Well, like many of those other people have already said before me, it is not the story. Cliff, the protagonist, is an almost completely empty vessel of a character. He says very little, barely reacts to the bewildering events unfolding around him, and often feels strangely detached from his own adventure. The opening hours of the game are rough. Tutorials are presented in a disjointed, almost nonsensical fashion, and the game throws you into a series of seemingly unrelated side activities with almost no context or narrative motivation whatsoever. As the game goes on, the storytelling has improved, but only slightly. Those things are not the strengths of the game. And honestly, at this point, I don't even think the light RPG systems are that good either. This skill tree hasn't enticed me enough for me to put much thought into it at all, but that's just me. Combat, however, is gratifying. It's a pure power fantasy, full of movement, dynamism, and chaotic mob fights, where you genuinely feel like a force of nature tearing through the battlefield. But even that pales in comparison to what truly makes Crimson Desert special. Its world. Its world. First of all, it is enormous. It is a towering achievement in video game development. I'm really serious when I say that. Everywhere you go, there are sights to see, little secrets to discover, structures to explore, distant landmarks begging for your attention. And as grand and colossal as the scale of it all is, what makes it truly maddening to me is how closely and intimately detailed it feels at the same time. Its macro world, but also its micro world, is just crafted to perfection, crafted by pure talent. It's gorgeous, it's intricate, it's atmospheric, it's absolutely brimming with enticing places that pull you towards them naturally and organically. As a player, you become hooked by this overwhelming desire to simply go out there, to find things, to see things, to look at things, to experience this world for yourself. And while I chase that feeling constantly in video games, very few games have ever accomplished it in the way Crimson Desert has. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim is an obvious reference point there. So is Breath of the Wild, so is The Witcher 3, so is Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's no coincidence that Crimson Desert borrows systems and ideas from those games. But let me be clear, those games I mentioned are all-time greats. Genuine landmarks in the history of open world gaming. And for me, already only 20 hours in, so is Crimson Desert. It's simply that good. Funny thing is, I almost feel like I was blindsided by this game. I'd only really heard about Crimson Desert a few months ago, and even then I don't think I fully understood what I was looking at. It barely registered for me at first. But then I started watching other people stream it, and I started watching videos about it, seeing clips of people simply wandering through its world. And slowly, the mere thought of playing it started, well, intoxicating me, getting me drunk on the thought of getting it. In fact, I genuinely implore you to go watch some of the videos other people have already made on this game's world, because many of them are far deeper into the experience than I am and can probably showcase it better than this video ever could. There are rocky deserts, massive steampunk cities filled with machinery and smoke, hot air balloons, rainforest towers, pirate ships, robot soldiers, murky forests, frost-covered mountains, crumbling castle ruins, and hidden caves scattered all throughout this absurdly ambitious world. And somehow, despite all of that variety, it doesn't feel random. It feels cohesive, mysterious, crafted with imagination. And that is the magic of Crimson Desert. Not the story, not the RPG systems, not even the combat. It's the feeling that somewhere out there, just beyond the next hill or hidden behind the next forest, there's something incredible waiting for you to discover it. And for me, that feeling is what great open world games are all about. Crimson Desert understands that better than almost any game I've played in years. And it's true, this game is not perfect. Its flaws are very real. Unlike something like Breath of the Wild, there are moments in Crimson Desert where you run into genuinely head-scratching design decisions, awkward systems, or just pure jank. You can feel the rough edges. But weirdly enough, those flaws are irrelevant to me, because while other games I've played recently were experiences where the flaws actively drag the entire thing down, the Veilguard immediately comes to mind, the flaws in Crimson Desert feel tiny compared to the sheer wonder of being in its world. Maybe that will change over time. Maybe eventually the world will overstay its welcome. Maybe I'll burn out on it after 50 or 60 hours. Maybe the magic will fade. But right now, I simply had to put this out into the world and share it with you. Because if exploration in video games is something you care about at all, that feeling of seeing something strange in the distance and immediately wanting to go there, then this game is, in my books, already a must play. And honestly, I don't even want to sit here talking about it anymore. I want to dive back in. And now I'm going to check out what's inside that house over there on top of that cliff. If you want to know what's in there, well, you'll have to see for yourself.